Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It's Wednesday, so it's time to get into some fantasy football and see how we are doing in this Doomageddon, Buyageddon, ridiculous week of fantasy football. The one who's going to be licking our wounds with us today is the one, the only Snafuzi. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I don't have very many wounds to lick because
Oh.
my team won on Monday night. I might have lost the whole picks, but it doesn't matter because my team won. That's why you always bet against your team. You win either way.
Oh, bucket and win no matter what. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. And tell the people, just so they don't, for anybody new, who's your team out there that you're so happy about that won?
Tennessee Titans, they beat the team I picked to win the Super Bowl before the season started, the Buffalo Bills. I still think they'll win the Super Bowl, but I think the fact that the Titans beat them gives them even a better chance to win the Super Bowl because the Chiefs' first year, it was the Titans. Nobody can beat the Titans. The top team, they just can't beat the Titans. I don't know why. So you have to lose to the Titans in the regular season to win the Super Bowl.
That's just how it goes. That's how it goes down. Hey, track it, folks. The knowledge is there. You just got to walk it back, and then these little tides. You don't have to watch the whole season. Just look for the little intricacies. You'll see what happens.
Right?
Oh, what's that?
I said right.
It is just, it was, what a brutal, brutal, brutal week of football. Anybody else? I know, and the thing is nobody's out there feeling sorry for the guys like me. Nobody cares. It's like, dude, I am out there. I have 6 players on bye. Now, granted, that's just absolutely awful, like management.
Right.
Having that many teams with a bye on the same week, that's my fault.
And like I said before the stream, I'm with you. Like, I have a team that's very similar to yours in my 12-team league, and I have 5 people on bye and someone on IR. So, I'm with you. That whole thing, but don't feel too bad about yourself because it's a good team, right? And when you're drafting and there's that good of players available, you didn't. I think you take the 1 week loss and then you're good the rest of the season.
Absolutely. What's good, brother? I see you out there, JD. We got the dragon out there in the chat. He says he's stream hopping. Oh, yeah, on Wednesday night. I'm sure there's a few going on, but it's time to talk some fantasy football, Fruit Loop style. And yeah, it's like, I guess the one thing I have to lean back on, and that's why nobody's feeling sorry for me, I am 6-0, probably for the first time in my life. I don't know if I've ever come out 6-0. That's insane. It's a great streak, but I knew I really needed to book that win last week, and I just etched over the finish line. But, well, not really, but it took till Monday night to get my big boys in and actually come back and win. But, oh, my God. I had to book that one because I'm literally just taking an L this week. I'm not going to implode my team for a win when I'm 6-0.
Right.
I'm not going to go undefeated. You don't get any extra points for being undefeated. It's like, everybody out there in my spot, you just got to be smart about it. Keep your team, book that one loss, go into next week 6-1, still probably in first place in your league, and still have your championship team intact.
You're 6-0, but you're lucky you didn't play me 3 of those weeks. To be fair,
but what happened the week that we did play?
Just by happenstance, you have the game of your life.
I'm just saying, it's not that we haven't played. It's not like I'm lucky we haven't met head up. We have played, right?
Yeah, you got lucky the week we met head up. Half the time I would beat you, and half the time you beat me. And
that's how great teams get down, ready to battle at all points. And there is no doubt in my mind that we're going to have an important game meet back up at some point. There will be your revenge game chance.
Right.
Yeah, you're down there, and you're down there as far as your record goes, but your team is just getting stronger and stronger, and that's one of the things I want to talk about. Because you're not the only one in that boat. Your team kind of imploded, and you kind of pieced it together with some great waiver wire pickups. Lucky for you, you play in a league where it's like the wild, wild west, first come, first serve, and you stay on top of the game. You got the info, and you know the right players to pick up. So my question is how strong do you feel rest of the season, knowing that some of those players are going to have their starters come back?
Well, it's for me personally, I'll watch the games and I'll pick up flyers. I'm okay with that. Like in a 10, it took me a while to get used to. I haven't played a 10-team league in years. That was the big issue. And playing 12-team leagues, you have to reach sometimes, especially, depending on where you pick, like in your league, picking so late. I would have to reach a lot in a 12-team league to get the players I wanted. And I kind of did that in a 10-team, and it's not really how I should have played the draft. So now I'm playing catch up, but I feel all right with it. If I can keep starters and keep making the right moves. I don't know how well if I will keep making the right moves, but for now I feel all right. My starters are pretty decent, and it's my bench that, really is. But 10-team league, you can basically stream any position except running back.
Yeah, the running back is a barren wasteland. It's a nightmare out there. And like I said, for all you guys out there, we feel you. I have 6 players on buys and 2 players that are injured. So I finally dropped Gronk. I was kind of trying to keep him, but you can't run with 2 tight ends. That's just a ridiculous situation. I have Schultz. He's on a bye week this week. So I'm like, you know what? I dumped Gesicki after the first week goose egg. Let me just pick him back up for 1 week. I think he's going to be, a viable option this week. Let me put him in, and then Schultz will be back, and I'll ride him for the rest of the year, and just fingers crossed on injuries.
You can get what's his name from Washington. That's who I went with last week.
Seals.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Ricky Seals-Jones. Yeah, I picked him up in my other league. It sounds like, it's funny. It's like you have one of your other leagues is like my team in here, and one of my other league is like one of your teams. And I did the same thing. I mean, for, just a quick pick, you got somebody on buys, I just picked up Ricky Seals-Jones for the week.
And he's good this week too, so you got at least another week before Logan Thomas comes back. So,
absolutely. And Logan Thomas is my other tight end in that league. So basically, keep him going. I'll have Logan Thomas coming back, and then Schultz coming back.
Right. So you're good to go.
That is great. What tight ends? If there's another tight end that you need to pick up this week, are there any out there that you like for the week?
Seals-Jones is probably the best because he's going to be available in most leagues. And a lot of the good tight ends are going right now. But like you said, if you're a 10-team, Gesicki's probably still out there. I don't know how Knox is still out there. He's out there in one of my other leagues, but I already have 2 tight ends in that league, so I'm not going to go pick.
Yeah, but are you really interested in Knox right now?
Whatever. I'll take anybody from Buffalo.
Yeah, but he just broke his hand. We don't know how bad and how long he's going to be out with that. I mean, you really want a receiver, a tight end, especially with a broken hand?
I see. That's my problem. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, towards the end, he broke his hand. He threw that 2-point conversion with the broken hand. Unbelievable.
Right. So you're good. He came back.
No, he's going to be out for a while. They're going to shut him down. So I don't know. Next man up, but. Yeah, I don't know. The tight ends and running backs, it's just insane. And, I mean, just how do they line that up? Like, how do you get that many fantasy viable, just fantasy superstars on the same buy in the same week? Like,
right.
What a nightmare scenario.
Especially, like, you're on it, and then all the injuries, right? So you have all the injuries, so many fantasy players out on bye weeks. It's an insane scenario for me in my one league.
Oh, are you kidding me? In this league, I have 6 people on buys. My entire bench is on a buy, so I have 6 buys, and then I had Gronk and Kadarius Toney in my lineup. So 6 people on buys and 2 people that aren't playing that are injured in my lineup. Like 8 players down, man. I'm like, I just gave up. I'm like, I'm booking the loss. I threw in a few things. I made a few trades. I actually, last second, I even decided, like I said, I don't need 2 tight ends. Schultz is holding it down. I just went ahead and dropped Gronk and picked up Gesicki for the week. And, so basically, instead of having 2 open slots, I'll only have 1 open slot. And if the other guy just completely fucks the dog, then maybe I can nick one by. But, I'm just planning on booking an L this week because, I refuse to implode a Super Bowl fantasy bowl team.
Right. And I'm surprised you went with trade, or you would even trade. Man, we got to talk about at some point this trade that someone sent me in your league.
Oh,
like an absurd trade.
Oh, it's got to be better. I actually had to oust a guy last year just because half my team was ready to quit. And these guys have been together for 20 years. And this new guy, like, he blows you up like 30 times a week with the most ridiculous trades ever. I was like, okay, everybody's done with you, dude. We got to go.
So we, hold on. Can I swear? I love you. I picked up Jerry Judy last week because he comes off.
Yeah, somebody was listening to somebody on the stream, I think.
Well, I waited a week. He comes off IR next week. Like he probably won't play for 2 weeks, but I'm like, I'll pick him up, right? And to be fair, you're not very high on Jerry Judy because you don't think he comes back as strong as he was. So, but I got him there. The guy wants to trade me Mike Evans, who definitely has dud weeks, right?
But has boom weeks.
Boom and duds. Mike Evans, Melvin Gordon, Dalvin Cook, and Henry Ruggs for Jerry Judy, Justin Jefferson, and Najee Harris.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, Najee Harris is in for 98% of plays.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even Dalvin Cook's probably going to miss 2 more weeks this year, right? So we don't know when those are going to be.
Right.
So I'm not doing
a minimum of 2. I don't know that ankle. He might miss more than that.
Right. You got Justin Jefferson.
Stud.
Melvin, yeah, on my team. For Mike Evans and Henry Ruggs. Ruggs might work out, but those are both 2 boom or bust players, right? Like, Ruggs has been coming on lately, but Evans, like, he'll get touchdowns, but then he'll have weeks, like, where he is under 5 points.
Right.
Like,
absolutely.
You can't.
He's the epitome of a boom or bust player.
Right. And then, like, Melvin Gordon, who's barely holding off a rookie, right? Until I believe is going to keep the rookie, or Williams is going to take over, right? That's my belief. I've said that. So this is the trade I wake up to. And I'm like, this is absurd. Then the guy comes back at me with a different trade. I just ignored that one. Melvin Gordon and Christian Kirk for Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams. Dude, you just came at me with Melvin Gordon, and I ignored it. Like, we both know that Williams is going to be the better player. And why do I want Kirk? Kirk is available in like 60% of leagues in waivers on 12-team leagues. Like, get the hell out of here.
You're like the new guy to the league. He's like, your record's not great. He's probably like, maybe this guy doesn't know what he's doing and I can sneak one through. That has to be what it is. And you're just like, dude, come on now. And if it's a one guy, we're going to talk about it. But if it's one guy that was bitching about that other guy that was giving these things, we're definitely both going to come back at him and give him the business. Because you can't cry about it happening to you all year and then you go out and start doing it to people the next year. That's crazy.
I was cracking up. I was like, God, this guy's insane. Like, I clearly ignored your last one. It's my first year in the league. Usually I come back with a stupid ass trade, like my worst player for their 2 best players. But there's another thing that goes on. The whole reason I brought it up for the terrible trade, in my opinion, 4 for 3 trades are terrible, right? Because you have to drop a player. Mm-hmm. Like, you're never going to get me on a 4-3. I'll give you 4 players for your 3.
Right.
No, exactly. You're forcing me to drop somebody that I still believe in because I obviously have them on my team and there's people available. Yep. So you're not. You're just – it's like a tactic. And the way I see it, I'm like, that's dumb. Then I got to make another decision who I'm going to drop. And then for me personally, that's the hardest thing is just dropping people.
And exactly. And then you end up probably dropping one of the scrubs you just got in the trade, which was stupid that you got a 4-3 trade. So, it's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, just in case he pops back in real quick, welcome James Zhao. Thanks for being here. He says, trade Melvin for Javonte. And I hear about this a lot. And why? It's the most 50-50 even split in football. They're both the exact same player. Why would you make that trade? I mean, if you really think that Javonte is gonna, I mean, the whole place has been like, oh, this is the week, Javonte comes through, Javonte ain't coming through. They are perfectly happy out there in Denver with a 50-50 split. It's a long week. Running backs are dropping like flies, and theirs are healthy, for a reason because they have a 50-50 split, and they're not putting too much on either one or the other. So, yeah,
to be fair, Melvin Gordon's been questionable like all season. Obviously, it doesn't matter, but he's a hair away from, like, so if you're saying it's 50-50 split, but one of the guys been questionable all season, well, then Williams has a hair of a lead on it, right? And I believe Williams is the better back, but that's just me watching the games.
Yeah. I mean, if you really feel that way and you want to do it because you're really not losing or gaining anything, if it's a 50-50 split and you think Javonte is going to be the man by the end of the season, then yeah, go ahead and make that trade. But it just seems like people are pushing it, and I mean, it's not. You look at their stats, you look at their holding, you look at their yards, you break down, they are damn near like 51-49. Like, it is the most even split in football. So if you really believe it, like I was at the beginning of the year, I kind of jumped on that bandwagon. Like, yeah, Javonte's the younger, more powerful back. He runs so hard and strong. He's got to take over this position. But it's a long season. Backs are dropping, and they are very happy with the 50-50 thing they got going. And I don't see anything changing, barring an injury.
I don't know. For me, I think you have to consider, do you think running backs get better or worse as they play in the league more?
Yeah, they play different. You come out
running get hard, better.
And you go out running smart.
Right. So you learn, right? Melvin Gordon has peaked. I think like he's past his peak that he's going to be, and Williams hasn't, right? So they're 50-50 now. This is just me. Like I always say, don't listen to me. But my brain process is like Williams is going to get better, but Gordon is already where he's going to be.
Absolutely. But I think he's where he's, barring an injury, I think he's where he's going to be at the peak all season long. I don't think it's changing. I don't think it's going anywhere. And he's taking it to heart. Like, he's not just out there collecting a paycheck. I just heard like he went off on one of these other fantasy football analysts that were kept saying, let's go Javonte. It's time to get Gordon out of there. And I guess Gordon saw that tweet. And the guy said he was just talking shit to one of his other fantasy analysts, kind of poking at him. But Gordon saw it and took it to heart. And I guess Gordon just put him on blast on Twitter, like just went off on him. So if Gordon's taking it that much to heart and actually going after, like, hey, screw you, this is my time. If he's feeling some kind of way about it, then I'm going with the high-scoring vet. I'm with him. So, yeah, I don't think Gordon's going anywhere. That's why I do that. Pick up Mitchell, C. Davis, Pollard, Jones, Jr., Shepard, Waddle, Kirk, Moore, or Boyd. I mean, that's who's out there. Who do you have? Who are you playing? What do you need? What's your record? I mean, are we talking like for a one-game Band-Aid? Are we talking rest of season? Like, that's a tough question, buddy.
Who did he go? Who all did he say? You read too fast.
Get it up on screen.
Oh, there you go.
Mitchell, Davis, Pollard, Jones Jr., Shepard, Waddle, Kirk, Moore, or Boyd.
PPR? If it's PPR, you got to go Shepard, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If he's up and healthy and playing, Shepard's going to be number one.
DJ Moore? Out of all these people, I'm taking DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Tyler Boyd. I mean, Boyd could have a game. Waddle's a PPR superstar. Jones Jr., I mean, which game are you going to get from him? Are you going to get a 7-point game or 19-point game? I mean, it is tough. Tony Pollard, if Zeke goes down, but I mean, Zeke's healthy right now. Corey Davis, I got a lot of faith in him this week. Actually, a lot of prayers going into him this week. And Mitchell, Eli Mitchell, I got him coming off the bench and praying he has a game too. So it's tough. But yeah, I mean, I guess, like I said, rest of season or for one quick hit. I mean, Mitchell could come out and blow it up this week and be a monster for you this week. But yeah, end of season, I mean, DJ Moore has been absolutely crushing, and it doesn't look like Robbie Anderson's taking anything away from him. So yeah, what do you need? Need more information with that one. I guess rank them. Like what how do you rank these guys? And again, it's like, what do you need? Do you need a receiver or do you need a running back? It's like, it's tough.
Here, my rank as far as like if I was going to start them today, the two important ones I would probably put DJ Moore number 1, and then I might take Pollard because as number 2, just on the fact that the running back injuries this year, like that's something to have in mind, that running backs are super valuable, and he's probably the best backup in the league.
Right, but Corey Davis could come out starting. Mitchell could come out starting. I mean, you're going to put those 2 starters on the back bench. What's up, fandom? I see you out there.
Yeah, but if we're talking, I don't know. I would like Pollard all season, or I like Pollard and DJ Moore all season because you're going long run. DJ Moore is I don't know. He's probably a top 10 receiver, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he's had one off game and just been crushing all season.
So
he's pretty nice. He is nice with his. But yeah, I mean, look at Waddle. Waddle seems to be on the uprise and coming in strong. I mean, even on his bad games, he might only had 20 yards, but he had 13 catches. So I mean, if you're in PPR, I mean, he made it up for you, and he's getting better and better by the second. So
right, he had a good game last week, this past week. So, Waddle, it irritates me because he was available in my one league, and the guy I was playing against, this is the one, for some reason, waivers only start on the late game. Or I mean, on the not on the late game, for me, the 1:00 game, the early games. So a European game and Thursday night games, you can pick up players that are playing at that moment. Oh, wow. So Waddle gets a touchdown and a few receptions, and then the guy picks him up. And I get so freaking mad. I'm not playing that league next year. No, it's my favorite.
Players need to lock, though. Once the game starts, you got to lock the players. You can't do that. That's nuts.
Yeah, someone in that league. That's when we were streaming when McCaffrey went down, and then someone picked up Hubbard in the middle, and I was like, "Wait, what? What just happened?" So I didn't know until that point that you could do that. Yeah. So I'm so mad about it.
Got to read those. Yeah, when you're in different leagues, you got to read those directions or rules. What's up, JT Moving? He's like, would you trade Dalvin Schultz and Mike Davis for Joe Mixon? I've already got Gesicki. Yeah, I got Schultz on bye this week too. Oh man, I don't know. He is such a I mean, he's doing better than Cooper out there in that. Do you really want to get rid of a Dalton Schultz with that tight end wasteland that you got going on? You got Gronk, but who knows when he comes back? And now they're starting to talk about organs being messed up. Like your rib cage, that's what it does. It covers your, all those internal organs. And so when you break it and pierced it, he already said he punctured his lung. And now they're talking about other organs. He basically sounds like he got his ribs broke, came back in and had a knife in there, just gouging and stabbing different organs. Like that's what it's kind of sounding like to me. So who knows when Gronk comes back and how he's feeling when he does come back. Like that sounds like some stuff that's going to take some time to heal. So,
right.
I don't know. So having
and then who's your running back?
Drop Gronk.
Like how barren are you at running back? That's the question. Like, do you have Mike Davis starting?
Yeah, if that's a problem, then you want a Joe Mixon in because I'm a big believer in Joe Mixon this year for sure. Absolutely.
Right.
He's
the best player. He's gonna get you points every week. He catches the ball. Even so PPR, you're definitely getting points.
Joe he's Mixon. Not going to get you more than 10 though. Mike Davis, are you talking about?
No, Joe Mixon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it might be worth it if Mike Davis is your number one running back.
Yeah, if you're bearing it running back and you need it, like I said, I'm a huge believer in Joe Mixon. All right, I'm a huge believer in Joe Mixon. I think he's going to be a superstar and definitely a top 8 running back for the rest of the season. So. And the fact that you got Gronk again, man, be careful with Gronk. I just dropped Gronk in the league. I'm 6-0, by the way. But yeah, I just dropped Gronk. So we just don't know how productive he's going to be and how much damage he's actually done to himself. They're being kind of quiet about that. And Gesicki, he put up a goose egg week 1, and he's been looking a lot better week in, week out. I actually just picked him back up for the patch. I dropped him after week 1 and picked him back up for the patch this week with Schultz on the bench. So. I don't know, Schultz and Davis for Mixon, it's depending on how barren you are. Mixon is by far the best in that trade and going to get you the most points. So, yeah, if you need a running back, I would go ahead and do that. If you're just worried about getting rid of a decent tight end, but you're picking up an all-star running back, of course you make that trade for sure. because Mike Davis isn't doing anything for you. Oh, what's up, Peter Griffin? I see you out there. Finally made it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, man. Nothing like Fournette going off on Thursday and Chubb a late scratch on Sunday and losing by 2. Oh, it's ruthless. That is ruthless. I'm with you. I lost the Chubbster too. That is a brutal. My team was just so stacked, and then, yeah, everybody just getting hurt going on waivers. I don't know if you heard, but I have 6 players on bye, and my other 2 players were Gronk, which isn't playing, and Cordell Toney and the flex who's not playing. So, yeah, 8 players down on my team this week. Brutal. Brutal. But like I said, nobody's shedding any tears for me. I'm 6-0, and this is just one of the first times in my life I'm just going in basically knowing I'm going to have to book an L because I'm not going to implode a 6-0 team for one win that I may or may not be able to piece together enough players. And that's just it. That's what it comes down to. Are you going to be able to piece together enough players to actually book the win, or are you going to implode your team and lose anyway? I mean, you just got to be smart about it.
To be fair, we called Fournette, right? We said that, like, okay, he's definitely separated himself. He's going to be – we put up the question, or you did, like, do I consider him a must start? I'm like, depending on how good your team is, but you're probably starting him, right? Like, you got Fournette, he's going to get you points. He showed that he's the number 1 back there, so I would, he's becoming like your starting running back or a starting running back, not your number 1 probably, but especially where you got him. So draft value, you definitely got him. You're really thankful for all that, for all he's done for you.
Oh, for sure. Oh, what's up? We got Parker out there in the chat. What's good? What's good? We got Gibson and Amari Cooper for Dalvin and Madison. So you're basically getting 2 starters for a starter and a backup, but your starter and a backup is one of the elite superstars in the league, and Gibson is gimped up. And the fact that Gibson's gimped up and we don't know what's going on, it's like they're still trying to run this man. Are they literally trying to kill him? Like, dude, he's messed up. You put him back out there and you're running him too hard. He already got another injury because of it, and now you're still talking about put that man on IR and let him rest up, man.
Right. So –
go ahead.
The thing you like about the Dalvin and Madison trade, like where I talked about earlier that I try not to handcuff, but in like a Dalvin Cook situation, really you're just ensuring that you have a number 1 running back either way, right? Like you are having a top running back every week. So, but I'm still not trading 2 starters though. Amari Cooper, especially if it's PPR where you get like more of a benefit from Dalvin Cook. I'm not.
Is it PPR though? He didn't specify if it was PPR or not. So yeah, if it is PPR, but again, Gibson, I mean, we don't know how hammed up he's going to be, and Dalvin Cook, yeah, he's going to miss a couple games, but when he's in, and he's the man. I mean, outside
right.
Hey,
I'm a Florida State fan, so Dalvin Cook, I'm always about him. But I'm just saying, I don't know that I would do it.
I mean, do you really have 2 starters? What's going to happen with Gibson?
You do for now. I mean, you have your 2 starters, but
even
it's
if
like
Gibson starts, does he even finish the first quarter this week? I don't think he starts. I think they finally pull their head out of the backside. But even if he starts, he's not going to stay started. He's not going to be in for long. There's no way. He's too gimped up. He's hurting himself more by the second. Like they're doing long-term damage to this man. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like
you like the Gibson and Amari for Dalvin?
Well, who do you have as like the other receiver? Yeah, it's important. Like if you can replace Amari Cooper, even relatively close. So it's about the differential in like Gibson and Dalvin Cook, right? Let's say that the per game average is 10 points. Can you get a receiver in that's at least 10 points within Amari Cooper average across the season?
Are you getting week 1 Amari Cooper with 29 points, or are you getting the Amari Cooper we've seen for the last 3 weeks with 7 to 9 points?
Right. But I think he gets better and better.
Yeah.
Right. Because he got injured.
I was about to say, are we in agreement? He's only not had good games because he's been hurt.
Right. So, and it's a rib injury the same way. So you're not catching those balls. Like we talked about, you're him being a PPR monster, he's not catching those balls that he normally would catch. Like he's going to get more out routes and stuff to put him on the sideline. I talked about that when he first came back, that he's not going to be hung out to dry across the middle like maybe he would earlier, right?
Right.
So you take those plays complete, or like him, those catches completely out, and he loses a little bit. But as it goes, I think, and he feels more comfortable, he gets more dangerous passes to him. I don't know. But I really like Dalvin Cook, and I like that Madison's there to back him up. Obviously, Madison's killed it for me a couple weeks, so
I picked up Madison on the 1 week I needed. Thank God somebody dropped him, and I picked him up and got that 25 that week, and I needed all 25 of them. It was fantastic.
And ye of little faith. I was like, dude, you gotta go with Madison. He's a great backup, and he always fills in for at least 15.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's absolutely amazing. So, yeah, I mean, this is just basically an injury reserve nightmare you got going on. But I personally it sounds like I go for the Dalvin trade. I like the Dalvin side of it, but it sounds like Andy likes the Gibson Cooper side. So I think you can make up. I think Dalvin's that much better of a player. I think Gibson's getting ready to go down for quite a while. So I think Gibson's obsolete in this trade, and you're basically trading Amari Cooper for Dalvin Cook. What are you going to do in that situation?
Of course, you're taking that.
Exactly. So that's the way I see it. So I would absolutely take the Dalvin Cook in that trade for sure. Because I think long term, I think, like I said, Gibson's getting ready to go down. Cooper's already hurt, not really performing yet. Of course, we want Dalvin Cook in that trade. And he was the second guy off the charts. I mean, he's elite as it comes.
Like I said, you do like that Madison. Like if you are considering injuries, like Gibson and Cooper both injured, but Dalvin Cook injured, Madison not. So you for sure have the starter in. If you take the Dalvin Cook side of that trade, you for sure have a starter no matter what. Plus, Cook this is their bye week, so you get that out of the way.
Exactly.
Right? So you have someone going forward, and that's something we're getting into that time frame. So trades going forward from this week on, that's something you have to consider is points per game and how many games they have left. So people and smart players will start trying to trade you a little bit better of a player that hasn't had their bye week yet for someone that might get 2 points less per game, but has already had all their bye week and they benefit. So that's a big thing.
You got to weigh those options. Yeah, Dragon, Gronk out for the season. He's not out for the season, but you never know just how he's going to come back and what's going to happen. And like I said, it depends on how much damage was done. But the fact that he's been out this long shows that there has been some damage done, and we're still not hearing like when he come back. So yeah, I am a little worried with Gronk, and like I said, I just dropped him in my other league. So that's what it was. I do that trade too, Peter. I'm in on it. Gesicki is getting stronger every week. I'm a big believer. I did it when I dropped Gronk. That's who I picked up was Gesicki for the week. We'll see what happens, but man, yeah, I need Gesicki. Oh, I had Fournette on my bench. Yeah, I mean that's right. That's gonna happen. We're all gonna leave points on the bench. It hurts. It's never fun. What's up, Mike? Welcome. Trade CMC for Deontay Johnson and Bobby Woods. I need a wide receiver to make the playoffs. If you need a wide receiver, dude, DJ Johnson, even as bad as they've been, even as hurt as Big Ben's been, he's still just producing massive points week in and week out. And CMC, dude, what's up with CMC? When he comes back, is he good? When he comes back, does he still hold the same workload? Like, they've seen he can't do it. He's breaking down. His body's just crumbling. When CMC even comes back, is he the same player? Or do they finally realize they can't put that much workload on him and start splitting it up with him and maybe have Chubba Dubba fucking stay in there with him and split the time? I mean, we don't know. So if you really need a receiver, I don't know what your running back looks like. But, dude, the fact that Deontay Johnson is producing on such a terrible team, he's probably just going to keep getting better. And Bobby Woods, I mean, semi-reliable. I actually like that trade. How you feeling about that one, Andy?
I probably like it too. It's worrisome with McCaffrey because he was supposed to be like they had it as 50-50 this week. He was 50-50 to go this past week on Thursday. And then like 2 days later, they're like, "Oh, he's on IR."
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Very
well,
worse.
what happened that he went from 50-50 to IR? So, I don't. That was rough for me because I have McCaffrey as well, and I knew I should just went the homer pick and picked up Henry, but whatever. Can't dwell on that. But if you need a wide receiver, I mean Deontay Johnson, especially with Juju like out, Deontay Johnson's a great option.
Absolutely. And Bobby Woods is going to have those big games. I mean, Cup's not going to take them all. I mean, we already saw it. He's got his one. He's going to get a few more. So Bobby Woods isn't obsolete in that trade either. If you need a running back, I mean, dude, you need a wide receiver. I mean, that's perfect. That's great, too, to pick up to take you in the playoffs if that's what you're looking for. I mean, do you want CMC on the bench getting nothing? He's already on IR, and who knows how he's going to be when he comes back. He's already shown he's getting re-hurt. And you know what's funny, dude? I swear to God, other people are watching us, and then other people are finally catching on. We're just weeks ahead, but it seems like I'm hearing more and more people starting to talk about, is CMC going to be a viable, top round? Remember, we were talking about that 3 weeks ago. Remember when I asked you? I was like, can we still consider Dalvin Cook and CMC the top 2 picks off fantasy every year? Because every year they get hurt and they don't produce. And it seems like everybody else is starting to pick up on that trend and starting to talk about it more and more.
Right. And I didn't want to say who I would want to pick number one because I don't want to jinx anybody. Right. But I think it was Deion Sanders said something about this man on Twitter. He said, "This is who you would create in Madden, as your personal character." Exactly. I don't want to say I'll be knocking on wood, but yeah, the man should be number one.
He's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, dude, do you see? I saw a training video, the training he does off season. Oh my God. Just big ass huge chains around his neck doing push-ups and a bunch of weights around him, running up and down hills, dude, back, not just running up hills, but sidestepping back and then going 2 feet and then sidestepping going, dude, his training is ridiculous. There's a reason he's doing what he's doing, dude. He is.
Dude, he's a monster.
Yeah, he is. He's not even fair. Everybody who picked him up, it's just hilarious. And thank God the guy in our league that picked him up is just butternutting everything. Right. Plays the wrong quarterback every week, plays the wrong running back, and ends up losing by 2 points every week because he just
every time.
Dude, he plays the 15-point quarterback with his 50-point quarterback on the bench. Thank God, because he would be 5-1 this year.
Right. If you look at who he plays, he must watch some people ESPN. Who am I starting today?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible. What are you gonna do? But yeah, keep it going. He says, I got Chubb and Mixon and Fournette on. I got Chubb and Mixon and Fournette on bench. Ooh. So let's see. Same DJ. Keenan Allen, Emmanuel, Thielen, Schultz on bye week. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yep. Again, anybody who didn't hear, I have 6 players on buys, and then I had Gronk and Cordell Tony or Kadarius Tony. Just what? 8 players down. 8 players just non-existent this week, my whole team. So yeah, I just had to chuck it in and we're booking an L this week. What can you do? Trade alert: Chubb for Mixon and A-Rob. Trade Chubb for Mixon and A-Rob.
Do you think Robinson is gonna come back? Is he gonna?
He has to. He's too elite of a player not to figure something out. He's gone through so many terrible quarterbacks and still produced. I don't know what the thing is with him and Fields, but yeah, he's got to figure it out. So
because Fields he likes my boy Mooney.
Dude, I don't get what that is, but anytime you're liking Mooney over A-Rob, you got a problem. But Chubb for Mixon, it doesn't sound like Chubb's going to be out all that long. He is injury prone. He could go out again. Who knows? I got Chubb myself, but I don't know. Crushing.
I don't like this trade because I like Chubb. I don't know. I like Chubb because now he's the back there. He doesn't have anybody stealing his touchdowns anymore, right?
Well, he's hurt, so they're both.
But
going forward, at the same time. I don't know. Maybe Chubb comes back next week and he has 2 or 3 weeks without Hunt. We don't know.
I think Hunt's going to be out longer. I'm pretty sure Hunt's going to be out longer. You're going to have a few weeks with just Chubb. A few. I have to look at like the injury report, but I thought he was going to be out for a long time.
If that's the case, then and I mean Mixon can get hurt and he's got his problems too. But yeah, I don't know. I just love Chubb. Even in PPR with him not catching, he's a beast. Like he's not even catching any passes, and he's still like one of the top 5 running backs week in and week out. So I don't know. I love a Chubb-a-dub. But Mixon, I mean, he's having a great year too. And if A-Rob can pull it out, that's crazy. But right here, right now, I think I like Chubb because A-Rob has done nothing. If A-Rob had been doing anything, maybe I would take that trade because Mixon is a producer. But it's just with A-Rob doing nothing, you're basically going Chubb for Mixon, and in that case, I like Chubb.
Yeah, so he's out 4 to 6 weeks, Hunt, with his calf.
Right. But I mean, like I said, Chubb's got the same calf. Like they talked for 2 seconds about rushing him in this week. They knew that would have hurt him even worse in the long run. So we don't know how fast he's going to come. I mean, how fast is his calf? I mean, that stuff. Those things don't just heal. Like those things, you need time. And just because you got an extra 5 days doesn't necessarily mean you're going to come back as Superman. You still need time to heal too. So we don't know how that's going to play out. So that's rough. AJ Dillon or Tony Pollard rest of season? Boy, that is a huge question, and I know it's been going around, but I don't know. I think we'll let Andy go. I think he likes Pollard, but I'm AJ Dillon, man. That guy's just getting better and better week in and week out. He's like a bowling ball that can catch. Like, I'm a fan I just picked up AJ Dillon. I'm a big fan of Dillon. What's your take on it?
I think Pollard's the better. I think he's the best backup in the league, but if he's not, Dillon is, right? So they're there. And I said it at the beginning of the season when we were talking about trading Jones. I was like, I don't know. Dillon looks like a monster. I said it out there. I was like, dude, Dillon's a beast. And you're like, nah, he's not going to take anything away from Jones. Then you watch him play. You're like, dang, he could definitely be the starter out there, right? You watch Dillon run. And you're like, dang, he could be the starter out there. But you get the same thing from Pollard, right? I think Pollard's the best backup on the better team, and maybe that's how you benefit. Plus, they give him the ball; he gets to run on the right side of the Cowboys' defense or offense too. So, for the Cowboys, their right side is their favorable side to run on, and it seems like they always run Pollard over there. So, I don't know that he benefits from scheme.
He does. And I think if we go back and talk to, I think it was me saying that I think Dillon picked up right where J. Will left off. It was like I thought I was pretty much saying that Dillard's doing just as much or better than Davonte Williams was. And I mean, yeah, they just look good out there. So yeah, I was never fearing for Green Bay at all. We knew they had that one off that first week, but we knew Rodgers was going to bring him back, and he absolutely has. So yeah, that's a tough one. But yeah, I mean, I really like Dillon. Just seems to be getting better and better. And I don't know. It just seems like Zeke's doing better and better, and Pollard's getting a little less and less work out there. So, yeah, I don't know. He's also like they're kind of – I mean, you can't even call him the receiving back anymore. Zeke's been catching the ball too. So, I don't know. I think I like Dillon, but, yeah, that's almost a 50-50. They're both – I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one. But if you had to pick one, what do you do, Andy?
If I had to pick one, I'm going with – yeah, I can't pick one.
I'm saying Dillon, so I'll go ahead. I'm saying AJ Dillon.
I want to go against I would say Pollard, but if I kind of want it to be Dillon because I said that like the first week of the season. So if that one's correct, then I'm like, I called it the first week of the season.
What's up, Jay Cruz? I see you out there. Welcome back. Oh, what do we got going on here? Both came in second on the Stream League. Yeah, good job on that one this week. All I can say is I beat Andy this week.
I didn't even look at it. I had soccer all weekend. I wasn't watching nothing. And the funny thing was I was picking people on your team. Like I was awesome. That's what I was doing.
Hey, it's a good team, 6-0. I'd be picking people on that team too.
And I picked Eckler, like the worst one on your team this week.
Yeah,
I was like, that son of a bitch.
He sunk it. Oh, what's up? Do you think Dak's going to be out? I don't know, man. Dak is a superstar. It looks rough, but he really downplayed it at that after the game. But I don't know. Maybe.
And they got the bye.
Thank God he's on his bye week, and I don't know. He's pretty tough. I think it's going to take a lot to keep that man out. What do you think?
Right. Like, I hope he plays because he's on my big league. He's my quarterback. So, well, he's my second quarterback, but.
I think he guts it out and plays. I think he'd have to be pretty damn hurt to not come in. Those guys are going for the Super Bowl run this year. Dynasty PPR, Pittman, Tony, Rondo Moore, or Woods? Chenault and Mooney? I don't know what the Chenault and Mooney or Woods. Oh, I got it. Okay, so we're going Pittman, Tony, Rondo Moore, or Woods, Chenault, and Mooney. I got you. And I like Pittman. The fact that it's a dynasty league, I might just want Tony no matter what, whatever everything else is.
Right.
Tony,
you don't like
amazing.
Right, Tony. That's pretty good. Like, I like Pittman and Rondale Moore. I like that whole side trade. But also on the other side, like, though the problem with the other side is really Robert Woods, right? Like, he's in a dynasty league. He's more up there. I like Mooney going forward. We've already seen that Fields likes to go to him. And, dude, Chenault out there, like, did you watch that one play? Yeah, like, he was, like, slamming people on the ground. He looked like Derrick Henry out there.
Yeah,
like, running across the field, slamming people into the ground. I was like, dang.
Oh, yeah, that was like some old school Megatron moves. Just, yeah.
Right.
Right. Absolutely.
But I actually like the first half of the trade, honestly.
I think it depends. The fact that it's dynasty is everything. And
right.
if you're going for this year, I'd probably go Woods, Chenault, and Mooney if you need the points and you're working for this year. But the fact that you're talking dynasty and looking beyond, I way like the first. Dude, Pittman is coming on just being an animal. Tony is amazing. And Rondale Moore is going to be a superstar next year. So, I mean, if this is dynasty, I like the first half of it. If you need the points this year and want to win this year, I like the second half.
Right. Like, I think all around, maybe even this year, you like the first half. But
just how long's Tony going to be hurt and what's going on with that? Yeah.
But look how much they try to get Moore the ball. Like, that's the thing to me. Like, they find ways to get him the ball all over the field. They know he's a playmaker.
Yeah, but that's just it. It's a little gadgety. Like, they need to, like, just work him into, like, regular plays instead of so many gadget plays, I think.
Right, but it's the fact that they get production out of him and they keep doing it. That's what gets me. It's like they realize that there's production there.
Oh, what's up, Matt? Welcome. We got Allen Robinson is getting 28% target share. The Bears just aren't throwing the ball right now because they can't trust the O-line. That's for sure. And yeah, can't complain with that. But it just feels like it's more than that. It just feels like there's just a disconnect between Fields and I don't know what's going on, but they need to get that figured out because Fields is their future and A-Rob is elite, and they need to get that on target with each other. Would you drop Mostert?
No, I probably wouldn't drop him.
I would.
I'm a stasher.
Especially in a week like this, though. I mean, a week where you need everybody and don't really have extra spots to hold.
Yeah, but then you get like someone like me out there who's all snaky that you like drop somebody for a week, and I'm like, I'm taking them.
Oh man, I have Dak and Tannehill in one league. Man, I got Tannehill as my backup, and I have to play him this week because Bell's on a bye, and I'm scared to death. I mean, I'm almost ready to drop Tannehill. Like, that guy just put me on his back last year and took me through, but man, he is not that back. They got the freaking Raiders offensive coordinator in there just fucking them up like they fucked up the Raiders. That's why they got rid of the bastard. And now you're in there screwing up my quarterback. Like, oh, it's terrible, dude. It's terrible. So, yeah,
that's
I don't
hilarious.
know. I don't know what's going on with that, but Tannehill looks awful. I know his receivers have been down, but they were in this week, and he still got 15 points. So on Monday night and, under the lights. That did not make me feel good at all.
But they beat the Bills. That's what matters.
And that's what's even worse. They got the job done and won, and he still only put up 15 points. How good does that make you feel about Tannehill moving forward fantasy-wise?
To me, it's kind of like the playoffs. As a Titans fan who watches them, it kind of feels like they're in playoff form where they're just going to get figured out and that it's just give the ball to Henry all the time. Like, we get it. He's awesome. But you can't do that all the time. Like, that can't be your
Sooner or
whole
later,
game.
they'll just stack the box with 10 players. Yeah.
Like,
That's
you
what
just
you're
get a
gonna do.
team
Yeah.
that'll do that. Like, okay, you beat us through the air. And then, oh shit. Well, we haven't been doing that. I haven't thrown the ball consistently in like 5 weeks. I don't remember how to do that anymore. And you get beat.
Yeah, when your choices are drop Moser or start Tevin Coleman, I think you just answered your own question.
Right.
That's where we're going with that. Oh, that Henry run in the third broke the Bills' souls. Oh, it elated mine. I loved it. It was just, he is a beast. Like I said, he is just not fair. Like, it's just not even fair. What's up with the Tua trade rumors going on out there? You think Tua's going to be gone from Miami and get pushed up there to Washington? That's how I got woke up. My boy's like, because, obviously he knows I'm a big Dolphins fan. He's like, dude, Tua's going to Washington and old boy's Watson's going to Miami. I'm like, I just don't know if I'm buying that. So I looked it up, and some people are saying it's true. Some people are saying it's rumors. I don't know. I feel like it's more of a rumor. How you feeling about all that?
I feel like it's a rumor, but you never know. Like, you never know.
It could happen.
I've seen in 3 leagues, people picked up Watson. Like in 3 different leagues.
Yeah, if you want to be kind, he might come out and just go YOLO. You never know. That all he does is throw downfield over 50 yards every time. So that fantasy wise, he could come in and be amazing. And I think Miami's realizing that Tua is not going to be the face of this franchise. So, but boy, poor Fitzy. Like, just got went up to Washington, gets hurt, just getting ready to come back, get his team and going again. And oh wait, no, Tua might be coming for my job again. That poor bastard.
I know it.
That is ruthless. Oh, welcome back, Boss Man Fat. Good to see you. Good to see you. We got the Colts defense or the Browns defense this week. I want nothing to do with the Browns anything this week. They are so busted, broken, and hurt. Like, yeah, their defense is actually pretty good, but if their offense can't sustain anything and they're out there, they're going to be tired and getting ran on. And Carson is looking better and better. Or Wentz is, yeah, he just looks good.
Plus, it benefits you. They're playing freaking San Francisco.
Yeah, well, yeah, but San Francisco's coming off a bye. They might have some things going on. You just never know. But yeah, like I said, you just got that's the worst of 2 evils, and I want nothing to do with the Browns anything this week. But who do you take, Colts or Browns?
Probably Colts, because I like that they're playing San Fran.
There you go. I hate saying that because I really want Eli Mitchell to come out and have a game. I had to plug him in this week. I need Eli to come in and just do it. Oh, Colts play San Fran. Browns play. Who are the Browns playing this week? They're playing. They played Arizona last week, and this week they're playing. They're playing Denver Broncos. That's right.
I still like
Broncos.
They both have favorable matchups, and like I wasn't sure who the Browns were playing, but I still like. I don't know when was the last time San Francisco scored a significant number of points, so I like that.
Yeah, they were looking rough, and we don't even know who's. We heard Jimmy G's coming back this week, and now we're not sure. Like, what? They're kind of wavering on that. So is he looking hurt and not producing as much? Like, what's going on with that?
Shit, I don't know. That's stuff for you freaking West Coast people.
Like, we don't care about that out here. Oh man, how sick is Kadarius Toney gonna be? Like 3 for 6 in the first drive before he gets hurt and goes out. Like, is this man gonna win some people or what? Is this man gonna win some leagues for some people or what?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, for sure. How incredible is that guy going to be? He was going to be on pace for 300 catches that game. Like, they had nobody else. I was so happy and so sad all so quick. That was bad. What's up with Alex Collins? Like, he wasn't in during OT. It sounds like his hips messed up. You think Alex Collins is going to play this week?
I don't know, but I haven't. Penny's supposed to be back this week, right? Too. Mm-hmm. So, shit, I don't know.
Can he stay in though? You never know. Penny, like that guy, he could come in and get hurt 3 plays later too. It's rough.
Shit, he could come in and just like bust out a play. You don't even know. But Penny,
Or
like,
he could come back in and run for 115 yards because he is a supreme athlete. It's just he can't stay healthy. But he's a great athlete. Like, he can get it done, but he's just made of paper sometimes. Swift Deontay or Sanders Lamb? Who wins?
Swift Deontay.
I think Swift Deontay all day. I mean, Lamb had this one good week. We don't know which Lamb's going to show up. And, yeah, I mean, obviously we're talking rest of season because Lamb's on a bye this week.
Dude, I literally dropped Miles Sanders in a league.
No way.
I dropped him. Dropped him.
I called it last stream. I said Miles Sanders is this year's Jonathan Taylor. Just disappoint, then put you on his back and take you through the playoffs. I think the exact same thing's going to happen this year with Miles Sanders.
Maybe, but in one league I dropped him. I ain't dealing with it.
He's like, I can't take it. Not one more week.
I have too good of a team, like for me to have someone taking up the bench that it sucks.
Oh, it's rough. It's frustrating.
Like I can't put him in, and I have a problem dropping people where I won't drop them, and I had to just do it. I'm like, I'm not gonna put up with it. Get off my bench. I need somebody else. I dropped him for a defense.
Wow. That's ruthless. I might have waited for a better game and trade him. But I mean, did you see that crowd go nuts when they actually gave him the ball and he ran for like 12 yards? That stadium lost their mind. Like, you don't think that's going to weigh in on the coaches? I think they're going to be like, okay, we got to get this guy in action.
Dude, they use him so terribly.
I made mention of it last stream. Like, is he hurt? I heard that he was hurt and he did something to his foot or whatever that first week. Are they just taking care of him and let that thing heal and not trying to use him too much like they're doing to Antonio Gibson? Like, is it that kind of situation or is there some kind of other problem going on?
I don't know, but fuck him. I hate him. No, I actually like Miles Sanders as a player. He just plays for a terrible team. I don't care. They're not. I don't know. Everybody at my work likes Philly, so screw them too. I'm like, you guys don't even know how. You have a great running back in Miles Sanders, and they use him so terribly. He can't be that injured. 2 rushes. He had a game 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. 2 rushes. 2. The whole game he played like.
Yeah, they got him in there, but I don't know. It just seems like they're.
At least in that game, they had like Gainwell out there. No, they don't do anybody. What are they running? Like Big 12 offense? Like, we're just going to throw the ball out there every time because our running back is our quarterback.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But like I said, I don't know. I'm holding on to him. I've just got Jonathan Taylor vibes all over it. I think he's just going to be like him, just break your heart right up until the time it matters and put you on his back and take you to the promised land. And that's what we're waiting for. It's going to happen. Oh, you already know, everybody out there, you got to be proactive. Do not let what happened to me this week happen to you. Make sure you got players out there and you don't have everybody on the same bye week. Like I said, I'm lucky enough to be 6-0, so I can just chalk one up and take an L this week. But, man, be smart, be looking ahead. Check out your bye weeks and try to plan accordingly because you do not want to be stuck in this situation. And don't get too attached to your waiver wire pickups. Most of your waiver wire pickups are only viable options for a couple of weeks. Again, be ready to plan ahead, everybody. Because, you can't just pick up a waiver wire and think that's not the guy you drafted. You're just picking him up for a Band-Aid. So, stay proactive and stay with it. But, yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. So how long do you think Chubb's actually going to be out?
Probably a similar timeline, which brings me to, man, what's their fucking running back's name? Yeah, I don't know. It's like 4 weeks or something.
Who's running back's name?
The Browns.
Oh, they're going to have Felton and Dearness Johnson, I'm guessing, in there.
Okay, so Felton is a player I like. Here's why. Because in Yahoo, he's a running back and a wide receiver.
Oh, God.
So you could put him in as either one. And I talk about that all the time. Like, dude, I love those players.
And what do they say? Like, Dearness Johnson's probably had like 10 catches in his entire career, and Felton's had 8 catches this year.
Right.
So, everybody that's like Dearness Johnson, this, that, you actually might be able to, in a PPR, snake more points with Felton. That is a true statement. I'll give you that.
And you can fill him in on your bye week where you have You got your bye week team. You have 47 players on
Yeah,
bye. He could fill one of your slots.
Yeah, Yahoo needs to figure that out. That's not fair. That's terrible. Uday, Bindra, welcome. Would you trade Gibson, Patterson, and Godwin for Kamara and Waddle? Yes. I would.
No.
Carter Patterson he's riding the magic carpet ride, but that doesn't last forever. Godwin's in a mix and seems to be low man. He went from top to low man on the totem pole. And Gibson's hurt. And I'm telling you, I think Gibson might, once they finally pull him, he might be out for a long time. They might have to do surgery on that leg. Like, he's messed some stuff up. So I'm not a fan of Gibson. I think he's gone for the rest of the year. So yeah, I like Kamara and Waddle all day on that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. I don't think Gibson's gone for the whole season. You might be right, but I don't know. Patterson, he's basically their offense, right? Like over there.
Does that last though?
I don't know, but Kamara's not. How many good games does Kamara have? I have him on the team. He's my number one pick. That's my worst league. That's the worst league because my number one running back one game. He really does it for me. The rest, he's just like middle of the road. He's not.
Does it stay like that, or does he get better as the season goes on? I mean, you got.
I don't know. Every time
coming back, you got old boy getting ready. That's kind of starting to do it. That young receiver.
I've had Kamara 2 seasons since he's been in the league, and there's 2 worse seasons. Like, so just to let him know, I have him this year, so I wouldn't be betting on him getting any better.
You're the mooch. I didn't realize you were putting the Sphinx on him like that.
Right, but Godwin's a PPR monster. Whatever it is, he's not probably getting the touchdown. He's not getting the touchdowns and the yards that everybody else is getting, but he is a PPR monster. He's the check down. Like, he's the guy across the middle.
More than what Waddle's doing this year, though. Waddle's getting just as many catches as he is in PPR, and you get Kamara.
I don't know. I don't think you're getting as much out of Waddle as you are Godwin.
I think
in PPR, full PPR. Maybe, but we talk about like, I don't trust wide receivers in Tampa, except for Godwin's like the only one that I would trust as like a consistent one. With Brown, you're gonna get freaking monster highs and some lows. Godwin, you're gonna get like consistent, and then you're gonna get a few highs, but you're gonna be consistent. In PPR, he's going to get 7-8 catches. It's like, I don't know why. He'll get like 7 3-yard catches. It happens like every game. Like,
for sure.
How does he get 30 yards but like 10 catches? I'm like, what is
PPR
happening
doesn't
here?
matter. Those are all points. And now you got a Watson who you already know goes YOLO. If he does, like, what happens if Watson comes in and starts connecting with him 70 yards downfield twice a game?
That's a game. Like, if you like that, for sure. But
I would gamble on that happening more than I would Gibson being healthy. Even if he comes back and plays, like, they're going to run that man into the ground. Like, Gibson has to be sat down. So one way or the other, they play him, he's going to get worse. They sit him down, he's going to be nothing. Like, I have zero.
Is it in a Yahoo league? Because if it's a Yahoo league, you get the benefit of Cordero Patterson being a wide receiver and a running back.
Right. That's true. But again, like, I don't know. I like the Kamara Waddle. Sounds like Andy likes the other side. There you go. We'll see you end of season. Oh, what's up, Christian O? It's been a minute. Good to see you. We got Miles Sanders was legit at Penn State. Yeah, one of the fastest guys ever. Philly coach going to get fired after season unless uses Sanders like he should. Can't put the team on Hurts' shoulders. He's not that guy. I agree 100%. I'm with you.
Well, it's like misleading in the stats too, right? Because you have Hurts there he doesn't go through progressions like he should. When you look at the numbers, it's like, well, there was this many rushes and this many passes. When in reality, it was like 80% passes that turned into, a 60-40 split.
One thing that I'll say, though, he did look like he was going through more of those progressions. It looked like he was getting onto his second and third progressions a lot more than he ever has. So that shows me he is learning and getting better and, trending in the right direction.
My thing with, like, those kind of quarterbacks, though, is it's not beneficial typically to a running back for the most part when you have that. Like, even in Arizona, Arizona's better this year. about it, but it just hurts the running back all around when you have a mobile quarterback because that's where the run happens, and especially if you have a quarterback that's quick to run, which rookie quarterbacks are, or first year, full year starters,
exactly.
right? You know.
What's up, Jay Cruz? You got to have a shorter memory than that. Sometimes you just got to let them go. Everybody's going to have a bad week. I get it. But, yeah, Waddle may be a big-time producer by the end of this. We never know. We never know. Oh, what's up? We got Zonda1221. Welcome. Never seen you before. Welcome, welcome. 14-team PPR. RBs are Saquon, Najee, Cordell. Wide receivers are DJ Moore. Oh, DJ Moore, Cup, AB. I love it. And LaVisca. Chenault. I recently traded Davonte Smith for Javonte. Thoughts? Well, you got some stud receivers, so you can make a move like that. I mean, Saquon, you don't know what's going on with that. Najee Harris, amazing and on 99% of the plays, and Cordell's on a magic carpet ride that could end any time. So, I mean, I don't really mind getting that backup. Davonte Smith, though, man. I might have tried to go AB on that one, but who knows? I mean,
dude, that's a monster. In a 14-team league, so this is like
got some superstars, yeah.
Right. This is a good team in a 12-team league, right? Like this is a good team. You're doing all right in a 12-team league, but in a 14-team league, like sure you're suffering a little bit with Saquon being down, but
you took a chance on that at the beginning when you drafted anyway,
right? I say like it's a pretty monster team. You got DJ Moore, Cup, and AB. You know.
It's almost not fair.
Right.
It's almost like my team.
And he's in a 10-team league, right? 4 less teams.
So what do you think about him trading Davonte for Javonte? I think he just wanted to rhyme.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you can. Like, Davonte Smith, he's the guy. I don't know. He doesn't always do it, though. Like, he doesn't always get the ball. Smith I think he's the receiver there, and he's great. You see him when he gets it. You're like, damn, he's great. But they don't always get it to him, and he doesn't always catch it. Like that's.
And he's got a broken bend that's getting worse and worse.
Well.
Oh, I mean, what's his face that doesn't throw? My fault. Yeah, he has a broken Hurts that doesn't like to throw it all the time.
Right.
But
Hurts will throw it, but he likes to run it. Like, wait, he's not open. Let me run. I don't know. But yeah, I got Smith.
The Eagles' passing game is broken. I mean, let's just call it what it is. I mean, every once in a while Smith will catch it, but yeah. Now they got rid of their number one tight end too. Like,
he's not. Hurts wasn't the number one tight end though.
For them, he was.
No, Goddard's a better tight end.
Maybe, but I don't like percent points wise. They were throwing little boy.
Yeah, because Goddard was out for 2 weeks.
Right. You think he's
as soon as Goddard came back, they traded Ertz. That's what just happened. Goddard comes back this week, and they traded Ertz.
I got to go back and look, but I think even before that 2 weeks, I swear they were throwing little boy more. And again, maybe that's because he was already hurt, but I don't know.
Goddard was getting the ball like you didn't even hear nothing about Ertz. Like if you watch those games, they throw it to Goddard. Like he was going more and more. He was like getting more and more targets.
So early, there's just not enough to show. But yeah, I guess. But I still call the Eagles' passing game broken. I just don't think it's anywhere near where it needs to be. So yeah, so you don't like the Davonte Smith for the Javonte? I thought you were the running back guy.
I'll take it because the running backs, right? Like that's what I was saying. Like Smith is good and then not. I like Davonte.
I mean, Davonte Smith is good, and I wasn't saying anything bad about him. I mean, I think, like I said, he likes to catch the ball, but I just think their receiving game is busted. But
right, man. But he'll get you points some weeks. Like he'll blow up. But you want running backs. Like there is a drought at running back,
and that's what it boils down to, I think. Yeah. So Smith for Javonte, absolutely. I guess we're both on the same track. Do it. Bopox, welcome. I got Gibson and CEH and no other good running backs. What should I do?
Ooh. Holy moly. Like Gibson, DJ thinks he's going to be out for the rest of the season.
I don't think he's going to be great for the rest of the season. That's for sure.
But yeah, that's rough.
Trade. What do you have?
Yeah, you have to find something.
You got to find a trade.
Yeah, like
hopefully
you should have been on it.
Receivers.
Like Williams, and that's why I hate waiver wires. Like, not waiver wire, but I don't like priority waivers. I hate that. I think that's the worst system available. Like, it's not your turn anymore. Yeah. Screw that. Like, the best is Fab. Fab is the best. That way, everybody doesn't have to be up at the same time. It's not who has the lowest ping. Like, but it's like what you're willing to pay. So, but. Man, I would have been on the waiver, especially the last 2 weeks where so many running backs were hurt. Even so, if you were on top of it by Thursday, Herbert being the starter because what's his name was on COVID.
Yeah, Williams was on COVID. I snatched him up quick in my other league. That guy came out and put up 20 for me. I loved it. It was perfect, right on time. Got me the win.
Right, and so. DJ just follows my waiver stuff. Sees what I do. He sees what I do in our league, and he's like, "That's what I'm gonna do in the other one because I need to catch up."
Oh man, no! Chubb went out, and I was like, "I need someone," and I ran, and he was on there. I was like, "No way, this guy's still out here snatching him up."
Yeah, dude, I got alerted that Williams was on COVID, and I was like, "Boom!" Straight to the league. I'm like, Herbert.
Oh, but you hate those alerts and the fact that they tell you got to get on that yourself. You don't like that modern technology alert.
Well, no, he's on my team. It says, "Hey, your player is starting and he's on COVID," and I was like, "Oh, well, let me change that."
So he had he got Gibson and CEH with no other running backs, and his wide receivers are Jefferson, Ridley, Brown, Tim Patrick, and Green. So you're going to have to take either Patrick and Green and then pick one of your, probably maybe a Ridley. He hasn't done much, but he's on the uptick. You might actually have to do Jefferson. I don't know. Maybe take A.J. Brown and Tim Patrick and try to get a decent running back. Damian Harris, somebody who's like just now starting to break out, but somebody might not believe in him. Or, if you can take a flyer.
You can sell high on Patrick and Green. They're both in the double digits the last 3-4 weeks. So I think you could probably pair Patrick and Green to get an okay running back. I'm pretty sure you could.
You might need the Brown or Ridley. You might need that bigger name for somebody. Dude, running backs are just dropping like flies. You're going to have to really entice somebody to actually give somebody to give a producing one up. Now, yeah, you might be able to talk somebody out of a Miles Sanders, but to get, a Chase, but I don't know.
You got to know your team. This is like, you got to know your league. It's tough to make trades when in a league where you don't know all the people. But if you've played in a league for a while, you can kind of pick out, like, if people know names a lot and they stick with name brands, you have to throw like a Ridley in there that's not producing as much right now, and you maybe can go AJ Green and Ridley and maybe those two. But if you go by somebody that's just chasing points, Patrick and Green, you can probably get like Patrick and Green for who's a middle of the road running back that you think you could get.
That's why I said Damian Harris. He hasn't been doing good, but he's kind of on the uptick and looks like he's getting better by the week. And that's why I kind of threw that name out there. But I think you need some name recognition in these trades. Like, not everybody's kind of following the data and the perfect stats and who's doing well. Like, name recognition sometimes holds a lot more weight with people. And again, that's just knowing your league and knowing the people you're playing against.
Right. But for me, I just think I like to pay. People will look at how many points they have right now. So get a person that trade two people that are scoring lots of points right now that you don't think, like Patrick's definitely not going to keep it up. AJ, right. And you trade those for somebody that is good, but is that someone drafted kind of higher, but is not producing right now.
Would you take a Like, would you take a Patrick and AJ Green for Barkley? Would you get rid of Barkley for those two players?
Me personally, no, but someone might. Right.
That's kind of the thing you're looking at. An all-star that's not producing that has a chance to come back and be a monster for you.
And the biggest thing to me is like, you never know until you put out the trade. Like some people will accept ridiculous trades. Like ones I like to try to make them reasonable because I feel guilty when I do like just scam somebody. Like I still feel dirty even though my team's so amazing. I still feel dirty for drafting all the quarterbacks so that guy couldn't.
You should. That was an ass move. But it worked.
Right. But my team's monstrous, but still.
Oh, let's see. Dave. He was asking about trade Gibson Patterson for the Godwin Kamara Waddle, and he says he's willing to do that because 6-0. So am I, brother. Good job. Good job. Let's keep it up, except for I'm about to book an L this week. But hey, we're both 6-0 right now. And the rest of my team is running backs Henry, Gibson, Patterson, Goodwin. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he's so stacked. Yeah, absolutely. And then, being 6-0 just allows you a lot of different privileges to take extra gambles and make moves like that. If it doesn't work out, you still got plenty of backups. And if it does work out, you're a genius. So, absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Bossman Fat, should I pick up Tim Patrick or Ayuk? Never Ayuk. We don't know what the hell's going on with Ayuk this year, but that's Tim Patrick all day. He has been super consistent. What do you think, Andy?
I like Patrick. I've had him. Like he's a good filler for these weeks going forward. Like I said, Judy's coming back in a couple weeks. So you really have like 2, maybe 3 weeks without Judy there. So if you're filling in for bye weeks, then Patrick's a good one there. But I think he loses production once Judy comes back.
On the backside of that, he played with Judy last year, and he didn't get he did lose production. But the one thing you got to look at, and I'm sure their team's looking at, one thing he didn't do was drop any passes. I mean, If that guy got thrown 5 passes, he caught 5 passes, and that is huge. And that comes up, and he's doing the exact same this year. I mean, you throw that man 8 passes, he's catching 7 of them. So with that kind of consistency in production, I think even when Judy comes back, again, he's going to be gimped up. He's not going to be quite as good as he was, I don't think, by any way. Dude, like I said, Judy is a professional, just monster route runner. Like, he is a perfectionist, and that's why he's always so open, and that's why he's able to make those plays. The injury that he got, he's not going to be able to make those same cuts and get in and out of routes like he did. So I don't think he's going to be quite as productive as he was. So, yeah, Tim Patrick all day.
Yeah, but in this, I'm not saying take Ayuk. I'm just saying – Tim Patrick, he's going to lose production in 3 weeks.
Could be, absolutely. But pretty stable. Love that guy. So, yeah, PPR, Tim Patrick all day. 14-man, doesn't even matter. I'm all about it. He said, I've been on it. Good man. Bold Box. Let's see. My 14-man PPR lineup is Kyler, Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Ridley, Gibson, C.H., A.J. Green, Tim Patrick, Jamal Williams, Khalil Herbert, and Alex Collins. Yep. And then you have some moves to make. Like, you're not going to want Khalil Herbert and Alex Collins. They're on tickers. They're going to be gone pretty soon. But, yeah, not too shabby. Oh, and he says Hawkinson too. What do you think about Hawkinson out there? Like, is he what's going on? Are they just terrible on offense? Are they going to get him going? Has he been hurt? Like, what the hell's happening out there in Detroit?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, when their coach is calling out golf and shit.
Dude, was that the most amazing thing ever?
It was like he wanted to be such a dick. He was like staring off into space for like 26. It was like so uncomfortable, the time period that he went, he could not find a nice thing to say in his head. It was like he was opening doors in his own head. Like, no, that's an asshole thing to say. No, that's an asshole thing. You got to find it. No, you got to say it the nicest way possible. And he's finally like, he's going to have to step up. He's going to have to make some plays. I'm like,
is this starting to have to make some throws? Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. If I'm like, should I call him out? Should I not call him? Should I call him out? Yeah, call his ass out. He's going to have to start doing better for us. I was like, that was amazing. That was amazing. What's up, Peter Griffin? I just got Jake's picks. Make sure you get your picks out there in the thing. We'll be doing that here in just a second. Real quick, we got Bo traded away Mike Evans and acquired Ridley because Evans is so inconsistent and Tampa Bay has too many threats.
That's how I feel. Like, that's my whole thing. And of all the players in Tampa, I think Evans is the most volatile. like, yeah, you're going to have weeks where he gets you 25 points, but you probably have 2 weeks in between them when he gets you single digits. Like, that's my problem with him.
Absolutely crazy. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Jake. Miami picking up Watson, it may be, but yeah, poor Fitzy just going to lose his job to two up there in Washington again. But like I said, I heard that those trade secrets were just that. They were rumors and not really going to happen. So we'll have to wait and see what goes down with that. Bo Puck's the guy in my league with Barkley has trash wide receivers. There you go. I mean, maybe you can pick him up then. Grab him. Go get him, man. Get Barkley in there and do it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, because if he gets healthy, he just picked up a top 4 running back for the rest of the season.
Right. And you never know. Like, he might accept it. That's the thing. And he might come back. And he might come back with an AJ Green Ridley offer. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, this guy likes names. Yeah, so
there you go. Why not? Will Kelsey start this week? I think so. You never know, but
I don't know. I hope so, because he's my tight end.
He's your tight end, but you never know. I just got to see how he feels. Wait and watch. What do they have on the injury reports? Is Alex Collins out this week? I think Alex Collins is going to play, but I don't think he's going to be enough of a factor for you to start him. I just think Homer comes in, the Penny comes in. You got DJ Dallas. I think they're just going to go backfield by committee this week, and I don't think you can get enough points fantasy-wise.
Right. I agree.
Oh, Mr. Lamb Jam, welcome. Do you think Damian Williams plays this week? If he does, it'll be split, but I like Herbert better. What are you thinking?
I mean, Herbert put up some points last week.
He looked amazing.
Right. So even if he does come back, I have the dilemma. I have them both on my team. So, like, I'm probably going to start Herbert. And then
he looks so good. I think Herbert looks so good that even when Montgomery comes back, he still gets play. Right? You know what I'm saying? I think he just changed everything last week. Like, whoa, we didn't know you had it like that. I think he's going to get a lot more involved.
Right. So, like, I'll probably start him. It's kind of a toss-up. Who do they think? Who do you think's going to do it? And I don't know how bad Williams' COVID was. So, like, you have to consider that. Like, does he lose? Like,
was he actually sick, or did he just test positive?
Right.
So was he asymptomatic and just test positive, or was he actually down and out with the bug and it's going to take a step? Because some of those guys that were sick, like you saw Cam, he wasn't right for weeks when he came back from it last year. So You never know exactly which one was it. Oh, where did he say? Where did I just have that? Yeah, right here. This is exactly why I dropped out of them and I don't use them anymore. Absolutely, I'm with you.
Dude, I fucking love Yahoo. Y'all shitting on don't. I do. One, here's no matter what they say, Yahoo has the best like UI. Like it has the best user interface. From the app especially. Like all the other ones, ESPN and NFL, they all suck compared to Yahoo's. Like the user interface part. Plus, like you don't get the running back wide receivers on a lot of
exactly. Ridiculous. Peter Griffin picked up Jerick McKinnon and a flyer this week. Should have grabbed Le'Veon Bell instead. Oh man, do you really ever need to pick up Bell? I mean, yeah, he scored, but come on. Like the geriatrics comeback out there in Baltimore. I don't know what the hell is going on. Did I just hit a time warp back to 2010? Like what the hell? Unbelievable. I only have Higbee to replace Kelsey. Higbee could put on a game. You never know, but yeah.
Right. I like Higbee. I don't think he gets as much as he should, but I like him.
They just got too many mouths to feed out there in Cincy.
Right. Well, Cincy.
I mean,
LA.
Rams, yeah. Tim Patrick and Gibson for Terry. The guy with Terry has no RB, so I don't know. Maybe I'll go for AJ Green and Tim Patrick and Saquon, and then Tim Patrick and Gibson for Terry. Absolutely. You got to feel it out and make what's going to be the best for you and what do you need in your lineup. It's all about getting into the playoffs at this point. What do you need to do? 6-0, you got options. I think any GM who picks up Tua over Herbert should be punched. Yes, we're never going to live that down. We would love to have Herbert, too bare down there in Miami, but it didn't work out. We got to lick our wounds and move on, Jake.
To be fair, if Tua would have been in LA, he would have been behind Tyrod Taylor, and he would have been the top quarterback just by nature of being behind Tyrod Taylor.
Exactly, if you're going with old school tropes. What's up, Iron Joe? I see you out there. Welcome. Our stream league is Yahoo. I like the version we play. Yeah, for the version we do with the money, that's pretty fun. I'm having a great time with that. Trying to build up the best team week in and week out. Would you start Damian Williams or Mecole Hardman week 7 by Apocalypse is killing me? Yeah, the Buy-Mageddon is killing us all, brother. Like I said, if you didn't hear earlier, I have 6 players on buys and 2 that are hurt. 8 players down this week, so I feel you. But would you start Damian Williams this week or Mecole Hardman? I don't like Damian Williams. I don't know. Well, Mecole Hardman's a rough one too, though. I mean, there's nobody else. Nobody to make a trade with. Nobody else on waivers. You can't pick up like a old boy from the Jets that might be out there that somebody dropped off a bye week. I mean,
Michael Carter.
Yeah, that's what I had to do this week.
Yeah, I dropped Michael Carter in my league. I had him, but I have running back. See, I went running back, tight end in that league. So Michael Carter, not really, he wasn't necessary at this point.
No, not at all. Oh man, the Browns have the strongest rushing game, whether Chubb plays or not. Are there any of the Browns running backs that you want to play this week? We kind of talked about that. Who did you want? Did you like Felton or Ernest better?
I like Felton because you can put him at wide receiver or running back.
Ridiculous. Will the Giants win 2 more games this season?
Yeah, they'll win 2 more.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, they play Washington and Philly at least one more time.
Good. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they get 2 more wins. It's rough. I was going to say, don't outthink yourself, everybody. You picked your team for a reason. Don't just pick up some rando because you heard it on Yahoo or YouTube or Twitter say they're going to be a super sleeper. And then all of a sudden you get rid of your guy produces, and this new super sleeper is a dud. So you picked your team for a reason. Unless you're on, like this week by Mageddon, and you have no choice. Sometimes, stick with your team. You don't always need to read. The grass isn't always greener on the other side of the fence. I was wondering with the switch in Vegas if Drake's going to get more work, and boy, did he ever. 19.3 standard, 21.3 PPR. Did Gruden just hate Drake, and he's going to be a thing now, or was this just a one-off? Is he going to be more involved moving forward, or was this a one-off game?
I don't know. They seem to be – even Jacob seemed a little bit more productive than he normally did, so I don't know if he hated running backs altogether. I don't know. Jacobs looked more productive. He was running better. I don't know. I was watching some of him run over a linebacker. I was like, dang, he wasn't doing it like that 4 weeks ago.
Giants have to win more. Otherwise, Grim will be too depressed to work on the wins a winner. Absolutely. QB or not to QB. Has Jacoby Brissett ever heard of a pump fake? How many times did that guy need to throw straight into the D-line's raised arm to figure it out? Are you kidding me? How many times did he just throw it right into the defensive raised arm? Have you ever heard of a pump fake in your life, my man?
Right.
Oh, that was disgusting. That was killing me. Go ahead.
To be fair, he was playing the Jags in London. They just need to become a London team. They'd be undefeated. I think they're undefeated playing in London.
Yeah, he's their hometown hero. That's why they love him so much out there. It's unbelievable. Does Big Ben make the rest of the season without missing a game? And even if he does, you think he retires at the end of the year?
Dude, I've been thinking that he's going to retire for the past 5 years. I don't know. Don't listen to me on this guy. I think he should have retired half a decade ago. So it's always he's hurt. He looks like he's some movie character that gets hammered drunk and downs a brat right before he goes on the field. He's like, all right, just give me the damn ball.
Ridiculous. Unbelievable. Is Kyler Murray still a top 5 quarterback without the ability to run?
Yeah, I mean, in points, yes. He had one bad game.
Not giving up on him. I like it.
He's throwing the ball all over the place. Dude, he's fucking winging it.
YOLO. It looks like Baker Mayfield's going to go Thursday, but now it looks like he's going to sit. How effective is that? Are they going to be able to score any points out there in Cleveland this week?
Yeah,
you think it would have been better?
Felton's going to be lining up in the slot. pistol, whatever. He's going to be playing everywhere. Next week, I'm going to be able to slot him in that quarterback, too. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I don't know what they're going to do out there. Ain't got nobody.
If you had to roster a rookie QB, who would you like rest of season?
Or all the rookies. Probably Hurts because he runs so much, and he's going to get you a bunch of points. But
is Hurts really a rookie, though?
Well, I count him as a rookie because he only played like the end of the game last year, or the end of the season last year. So, okay, for true rookies, I have to start one. They all suck. Mac Jones, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I can't even think of his name right now. C, the quarterback for Baker Mayfield. I got total mind block. It starts with a C. Oh, man.
I don't know, but Sunshine's been playing pretty good now that they run the ball. He had a 300-yard game last week. That was in London.
In London. Oh, man, shipping and receiving. If you had a chance, are you keeping or dumping Allen Robinson?
I'd probably hold on to him a little bit longer.
What about Laviska Shenault?
I think he gets more work going for it. I'm taking him.
Robbie Anderson.
12
points, 3 points, 0.8 points, 4 points, 3 points, 7 points.
Right. I'm not taking him.
Christian Kirk.
I like Christian Kirk as like a fill-in spot. Like, he'll be on the waivers, and you could just pick him up and put him in that if you need a wide receiver.
6.5, 11.5, half a point, 5 points, 13.5. I mean, he had a game last game, but that's the first time. Like, he's only broken 10 points twice.
Yeah, that's why you're not having him on your team, but you just fill him in. He might do it for you.
What about Rondo Moore, shipping and receiving?
I like that they get him the ball so much.
6 points, 19 points, less than half a point, 3.5 points, just under 10 points, and 2.5 points.
Yeah, but they try to get him the ball so much. I think going forward, he gets more.
He's receiving Rondell. What about Odell Beckham?
I can't. Well, I think it's all relative, right? So I don't want Odell on my team.
Not at all. It's not working. What about Keenan Allen? 11, 11, 11, 3.6, 7.5, and 5.
I'm still keeping him. He's Keenan Allen.
It's Keenan Allen. That's just it. Is it name recognition alone, or is he actually going to be producing by the end of this year? Looks like Mike Williams might be a little more hurt, so that's definitely looks good in his way. But man, what about Calvin? Go ahead.
And just Herbert didn't do it this week, so you got to consider that. Like this last week, the Ravens just shut him down.
Nope, we're about 2 seconds away from getting there, Peter Griffin. I'm going to let you know. Go ahead and do your picks for this week and put them in the chat, and I'll make sure I get them in there for the next one. What did I go? 500? Can't even remember yet. We're about to talk about that in about 2 seconds. And last on shipping and receiving, Calvin Ridley.
I'd take him. But I'm keeping him because Pitt's getting more balls. So you got Patterson, Pitts, and now that will open it up for Ridley, I think. Hopefully.
Oh, my man, Iron Jones says, put Jerry Rice in. I got a feeling he's going to score big this week. Taking it back to the old school. Oh, waving to the wire. Who were your top picks off the waiver wire this week, or are you just not even thinking about it? And I know like a lot of people were saying, don't even don't waste your waiver wire spot. This is the kind of week where superstars are going to have to be getting dropped off teams. So it's almost not even worth taking your first round wire. Let them go through and then pick up some of the guys that people drop. What do you think about all that?
I agree with that. I saved up my waivers, like my waiver. I'm number 1 in one of them and 2 in 2 other leagues. So I've been saving for this moment.
Oh, man. And last but not least, cry me a river. You already know I've been crying about it all stream. I got freaking 6 players on buys, 2 more players that are hurt, 8 players down and out with 0 production coming this week. I'm 6-0, and I don't think I can avoid my first loss this week. Oh, sad.
Mine is that I got beat by the last place person in my league. Someone who had 200 or 300 points below the next highest person. He almost doubled his season total against me with 180 points.
Oh my goodness.
He has not scored over 100 points all season and goes off for 180 points. I was so mad. I was furious. Luckily, it's like one of the leagues that I don't care about as much as like a lower league, but still, I freaking hate it. I hate it. Last place, dude. I'm gonna put up 180 this week.
Hey, it's the playoffs. Everybody's gonna have a game sooner or later. That's brutal. I dropped right before in my other league. I was scared to death. I dropped Marvin Jones. I had to get Cordell Herbert. I'm not Cordell Herbert. I had to get Herbert in my game, and so I had to drop Marvin Jones as the only playable move I had, and then had to sit there and watch him go off for 23 points for the first time all year. Like, oh my God, Marvin Jones Jr. Now, right when I drop you now. But right. It worked out. Herbert got me enough points, and I ended up winning the game. So it worked out in the end, and I like Herbert going forward more. But oh my goodness, that was the ultimate Band-Aid. That kind of broke my heart. Going into the weekly picks this week for week 6, DJ, the one and only me, went 9-5. Big Andy out there went 8-6. We got him by one. Big Jake Cruz out there tying it up with me, 9-5. And the one and only Peter Griffin coming in for the win this week, 10-4. Job well done. Job well done. Make sure you get your picks for this week in the chat there, Peter Griffin, and I'll make sure to pick those up. But, yeah, Peter Griffin beat us this week. Brutal. And
I'm happy about it because, you only beat me because I went against my Titans. And see, I'm happy. I can lose and be happy because the Titans won. Yep, try it out, man.
One game only, not too shabby. Oh, yeah, that was gonna go, still keeping it up. And, yeah, so get your picks in there, Pete, and we'll see how we do this week. But looks like Peter gets the win this week. Me and Jake tie for second, and Andy holding down 4th place.
We all know that I always lose at the picks. Like, I don't care about that.
That is a tough one. Copy. We got that. And I believe that is a fantasy Fruit Loop wrap-up. We got them in. We got to do our picks for this week, and that'll do it. But for everybody else that came in, I want to thank you for stopping by. Fantasy Fruit Loop style, just getting it in. Oh, man, good luck this week on Buy-Mageddon. This is probably the most brutal week in fantasy football history. It is. Right. Good luck to anybody making it through this one. Oh, that is just brutes. NFL score. All right, let's see. Just do yours real quick, and I'll do mine. Oh, I guess I gotta do mine too. So I guess it's starting out Broncos against the Browns.
Broncos.
Denver. And then we got Bengals versus Ravens.
Ravens.
Obviously, I'm going Ravens too. And then we got Falcons-Dolphins. I'm going Miami.
I'm going to go Atlanta, just so if they lose, I get you double.
Absolutely. That'll be our first break. Washington football team, Packers. Green Bay for both of us. Okay. Panthers or Giants? I'm going Carolina.
Panthers.
We're too much on the same page this week. We got the Jets versus the Patriots. I'm going New England.
Okay, I'll go Jets.
ATS. Jets are awful. Kansas City or Tennessee Titans?
Kansas City, baby.
I might drink. Oh, God, I hate it, though. They're hurt, too.
Kansas City.
All right, you talked me into KC. I wanted to pick the Titans so bad. Forget it. I'm taking Titans. I need Tannehill to do it this week. Let's go, Titans. I'm with you. Let's do it. You got.
They ain't gonna do it.
They're not gonna do it. I feel terrible about that. Eagles versus Raiders.
I'm gonna take the Raiders. Eagles on this one.
All right, I'm going Raiders. Thanks, done. Looks like then we got the Lions versus the Rams. Okay, that's ridiculous. Any faith whatsoever in the Lions?
No.
I didn't think so. Then we have the Bears or the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
And then we have the Texans or Arizona.
Arizona. How crazy would it be if it was the Texans?
Amazing. It'll probably happen. That's usually how it goes down. They're looking. Arizona's looking over them to next week, and then they get waxed. The Colts or the 49ers. I think you like the Colts, so I'm going San Fran.
Right. That'll work.
I'll do that. And then last but not least, on Monday night, we got the Saints versus the Seahawks. You know, I've got to take my boys even with all that's going on. So you taking the Saints?
Yep.
I gave you the two big gimmies, so you should be able to crush me this week. I went for the homer picks and gave you.
What's the two big gimmies?
Oh, New Orleans should smash the Seahawks, and Kansas City should beat Tennessee, no problem.
Wait, Kansas City 3-3 should beat the 4-2 Titans, no problem.
Yes, exactly. Don't give me those skewed numbers. You already know. Look at you can't even say it with a straight face. You already know. Yes,
Kansas City.
Absolutely.
Kansas City with no defense. With no defense.
They've never had a defense. They still gone to 2 Super Bowls.
No, their defense was underrated before. Now they have no defense. Their defense, they ain't even gonna be able to stop Henry. But still, I'm picking KC. You have to get. I picked the Jets. Let's be fair. I picked the Jets over New England. I picked a rookie quarterback over Bill Belichick.
Yep, Pete I already got Jake's in there. He's in there. He's good. We're good there. I got Jake's and I got yours. Make sure I put this Peter. But yeah, I don't know. You can try to cry a river like that, but no. The Jets.
Wait, who just beat the Bills too? Like the Titans just beat the Bills.
Yeah, because
Bills that
Josh Allen
torched
slipped
KC
on his ass trying to do what? Because Josh Allen absolutely choked and slipped. They lost.
Okay, so because the Titans didn't choke and the Bills did, the Titans won. And the same Bills that torched KC, that embarrassed them. Like, they embarrassed them. So I'm just saying.
They didn't have a Hunter Henry going for 9,000 yards and 3 touchdowns on him.
I'm just saying it's not a gimme. Like, Titans beat good teams.
And it looks like Julio's going to be hurt. AB is still whatever AB is. And Henry just had his big game. He's not going to go for back-to-back 2,000-yard games, so they got to shut him down or he'll get hurt. So, yeah, there's just all these facts. We can
talk about it. You can say, like, KC should win, but to say, like, KC's definitely going. The Titans ended the Patriots dynasty. The year that Baltimore was just they're winning a Super Bowl. The Titans knocked them out. Like, dude,
holy shnikes.
I'm just saying, they beat KC like every regular season, I think. Like every time they've played in the regular season, Titans win. Well, since Mahomes has played. Maybe one year they haven't. But they beat them. So it's not like I'm just saying, don't say it's a gimme game.
I don't know. Tennessee's busted up. It seems like a gimme. I mean, when you're putting money on it, they're going to make you bet $100. Which way are you going? Tennessee.
I always bet against my team, so it's not even a fair bet. Dude, if my team was Tampa Bay and they were playing against the Jets, I would bet $100 on the Jets. Like that's how it goes.
Skewed. Hey, Jake's with you. He says he took Tennessee and he is happy with his pick. Oh, if I put a Titan of Bravos or on every possession, they'd score on every possession. Absolutely. And last but not least, what are they going to shoot? Henry? Stop him. What are they going to shoot, Henry? Yeah, Henry's a beast. He's unbelievable. He's unfair, and he's incredible. I can't wait to see how far he goes. Pray that he stays healthy, and man, maybe we see something that's never been done before in football. That'd be awesome. So once again, I want to wish everybody luck out there. It's an absolutely just nightmare of a week. We're just going to close our eyes and try to get through it, and we'll be back here next Wednesday talking some more fantasy football. I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here. Till we see you next Wednesday. Be easy, everybody.